I'm Jamie from Come by Come, where we interview professionals in front of delicious food. Today I'm here with Roshan. How's it going?
Going great. I'm starving.
Well, how about we get our first dishes first?
Let's do it.
You introduced me to Gaylord.
I introduced you to Gaylord. Let me tell you why. One, it's been around for over 50 years. I think it started up in 1972. Longevity is huge to me. I like stuff that's been around for a long time. I like legacy. I like heritage. It reminds me of Sam's Taylor. I love the fact that it's called Gaylord. I think it's just an amazing name. And the food is just brilliant. I hosted Carrie Lam here maybe a year or two ago. She's our former chief executive. I've hosted so many guests from out of town over here. I think in 1992, 1993, my father hosted Chris Patton. I was at that dinner. Former governor of Hong Kong, the last governor of Hong Kong. I love this place, and what it does great is that it has an absolute stack of traditional Northern Indian dishes and then some amazing progressive dishes. So today we're going to try all my favorite progressive dishes. Progressive doesn't mean fusion, it just means it's Indian food.
Sam's Taylor has definitely changed a lot over the years. What makes somebody have longevity?
Absolute hard work, like Cristiano Ronaldo. Look at how he works out, look at how he takes care of himself. That's what gives you longevity, and that's what I do. I just literally work so damn hard on my business, I work so damn hard on my physique, I work so damn hard with my kids because I want longevity. I've inherited heritage, I've inherited legacy, I've inherited longevity, and now I need to maintain it and then be able to pass it on.
You provide such a high-class luxury service, and breaking into social media is something that not everybody's comfortable in doing. How did you come up with it, and how did you find your winning formula?
So I didn't come up with anything, and I wouldn't say I stumbled upon anything. I'm just a very transparent person. I had a great belief, and I still do, that my client base and my potential client base should see everything that goes into how I make my product, how I service my client, but they should also see the type of human being I am. They should see my workouts, the way I eat, the way I vacation, and how I am with my children. And if they can really connect with me, it'll make it much easier for them to connect with my business. So transparency is key to me. As soon as I found out what the social media vehicle was, and I'm a very early adopter, I use it just to pretty much expose myself. Social media is a free window to the outside world. I just left the window open, and I didn't hope, I didn't expect, I didn't keep my fingers crossed for anything. I was just like, whoever the boy is out there, come and have a look, and it's worked out for me.
I've been to some of your fittings. It always seems very professional, but also very personable, very enjoyable experience for everybody. How important is that? And how do you connect with people so easily, do you think?
This year, I went out for my birthday. My birthday is January 12th. On January 13th, I had to go out with friends and I couldn't turn down that invitation. And since January 13th, we are now August 31st. I've not been out with a single friend for lunch or dinner at all.
Right.
I've only been out with my kids. The reason being is because I don't need social interaction outside of work, because my work entails so much social interaction that is not forced upon me. It's not something that I instigate. It's just something that happens. It's been like that since the start of my career. I've never had to go out and wind down.
Right.
I talk to a new person, a brand new person, every hour on the hour, and I do that 6.5 days a week. And it exhausts me, but it also refreshes me, replenishes me. I know these are oxymorons, but when I'm done, I'm just so burnt at the end of the day. I have a unique knack of just getting along with people.
Right.
Okay? I understand work culture, I understand nationality, I understand gender, I understand specifics about everybody globally. So it's very, very, very simple for me to start talking with people, asking them questions, making them feel comfortable with me. So yeah, what you've seen is amazing. Every time I'm in the store, I already have a great rapport with everyone. When I'm in the store, it seems like I am great friends with everybody. Yes, that is my forte. Does it come naturally? Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? It's one of my talents.
That's something I really enjoy about you, Roshan, because like whenever we meet new people, you're genuinely interested in what they do, what they're here for, and you start the conversation all of the time. For people who are struggling with being as charming and charismatic as you, like what do you think they need to keep in mind to be more social, to be more skilled, to be a better speaker?
They need to talk. So
Right.
the bottom line is this, and I'll give you a specific example rather than just blowing out words. My younger two children, Saria and Rian, they're extremely quiet. Saria spent a lot of time on video with me when she was younger, say up to the age of 10, and then once she went to KG5, she started to shy away because of course all her friends can watch my content. Rian still stars in content with me, stars in a lot of content. I'm trying to talk to my kids all the time about anything. When I say talk to them, I'm asking them questions, simple, basic, easy questions. What did you do period 1? Who did you sit with? What's your teacher's name? What did you study? What did you do period 2? I barely get answers out of them. The thing is that what I tell them and what I tell their mother is that if they cannot talk now about the most basic stuff, what they just did today, then how will they talk in an interview with a university? How will they talk in a job interview and stuff? If you have problems with confidence, you just need to get out there and speak. Okay? You have a voice. You can speak. You may fail. You may fail miserably. You may utter garbage. Okay? It could all be gibberish, but so what? If I went onto a pickleball court now, I've never played pickleball, I would be garbage at it. But I would never be scared to go out there every single day and keep playing pickleball. I would never become pickleball's version of Djokovic,
Right.
but I would become decent. All right? So anything, not just speaking, entails practice. Practice doesn't mean you should be in front of the mirror. Practice doesn't mean you need to be writing stuff down. Practice means get out there and be conversational. Don't just sit and do nothing. Take the risk to be conversational. If you are not willing to take that risk, then it's the same thing as in everything in your life, whether it's in sport, business, education. If you cannot take the risk, you will not get anywhere.
I think a lot of people are crippled by the idea of failing and rejection, and that stops them from getting the reps in to actually be good. I know you think that makes no sense, but what do you think, like for someone who has low confidence, is intensely afraid of failing, how do they get over themselves? How do they get over the embarrassment? How do they get over, these negative thoughts that frankly doesn't really make sense?
Okay, it's very, very simple. Okay, you are one of 8 billion people on the planet. You're the only one who's feeling lousy if you screw up. Nobody else cares. You may think that the whole world is looking at you, or your whole community are looking at you, or all your friends are looking at you. They really aren't.
They don't give a
Nobody
fuck.
cares about your problems. You're the only one who feels embarrassed. You're the only one who feels silly. Okay, so if that's going to stop you, then it's honestly just ridiculous. You need to get out there and do stuff, whatever it is. You need to get over your fear of failing, because it makes no sense. The problem with humanity is that they all think that they are a hero, the main character in their own movie. I feel like I'm the hero, the main character in my own movie. That's how I live my life. But then I have control of that. Until you have control of that, you can't enjoy that. So I walk around every day thinking that the world is my movie and I am Tom Cruise. Okay? And that's basically it. Because I may hurt on the inside, but you'll never see my pain. I'll never show my pain. And I may feel embarrassed and I may screw up and I may screw up relentlessly. But if it's because I keep trying to succeed. It's because I keep trying to be somebody. There's going to be far more screw-ups on my part than successes. But what I will tell you is this. What justifies my hypothesis is the fact that nobody's focused on my failures. Only my successes are magnified. So when you screw up, nobody cares. The 8 billion people on the planet don't care. Okay? Nobody's replaying Cristiano Ronaldo's missed penalty. When was his last missed penalty? Every night, night after night, they're only replaying his goals. So only your successes are focused on that. And you need 10 misses, 20 misses, 5 misses, 2 misses for every success. So if you don't get out there and keep missing, no success will come.
And that's the worst kind of failure.
Cristiano takes 8, 9, 10, 12 shots in a game. He scores 1, 2, 3, 4 goals. We're not talking about his misses. We're
Absolutely.
talking about his goals. That's how you have to live your life. Let's talk about this mango lassi, which is
absolutely.
so delicious. Lassi is an amazing drink made with milk and yogurt.
It's so good.
Adding them together
Delicious.
gives you the biggest rush whatsoever.
What's your name?
Awesome.
Kasam, say hi to the camera. Okay, what is this?
So today we have avocado mango dahi puri. It's mixed with some yogurt, some mango pulp, and some tamarind sauce. Here we have palak butter chaat. It's topped with pomegranate, some onions. We have some mint sauce, tamarind sauce. Nice sweet and sour.
Let me have a bite as well.
So good. And be eaten with your hands. And then this is just classic street food with a slight contemporary version. It's the best appetizers. You get all your veggies in one go. And you get a bit of fruit as well. Guys, try this.
I didn't expect pomegranate to be in a dish like this. This is really
So
good.
On TikTok, I have nearly 150 videos with over 1 million views. So I've got one with 20 something, one with 15 something, one with 11 something. I've got 9s, I've got 8s, I've got 7s, I've got 6s, I've got 5s, I've got 4s, I've got 3s, I've got 2s, I've got 1s. A ton of 1s. I think I have 50 something in just the 1s. Have I broken 1 billion views? I would like to think so, because
I
there's
think
so
you
many
might
people who have reposted my stuff. So if we're counting all the stuff that I've been involved in, the videos of yours that I've started have all got millions of views.
Yes.
So I reckon, yeah, I've probably got 1 billion views.
I think so. I think so too, because you've had so many posts on Instagram. People repost you on every platform, basically, especially on TikTok and Instagram. And I've only been making content for 6 months, and I think I have 150 million on Instagram alone, and I post a fraction of what you've done. Like, I would be, to be honest, I think you're probably closer to 1.52 billion.
Well, the thing is that what I want to reiterate is I'm not making content for any other reason other than to make people aware of my business. Okay? Everything I do is quick and dirty.
Yep.
Nothing is edited, nothing is scripted, nothing is pre-planned. Whatever situation I'm in, if we just came here for a casual lunch, I would shoot something and I would post it in some sort of format. Whatever I post not only goes on Instagram and TikTok, but it goes on Facebook, it goes on LinkedIn, it goes on Snapchat, it goes on Douyin, it goes on Little Red Book. And so whilst the numbers on the other platforms may not be as high, I think my reach
It's crazy.
demographically is huge. It's
Billions.
not just one market, it's not just a set of kids. Like,
Yeah.
I've got such a unique audience on LinkedIn, which nobody posts the type of videos I post and puts it on LinkedIn.
That's actually something I really want to talk about. To all the business social media gurus selling fake courses, this guy is legit. All the views he gets funnel straight to his business. He doesn't fake anything. All right? So fucking watch and learn. So tell me about your American trip.
I landed in Chicago. I was literally just waiting there for a few hours to take my flight to Dallas. I'm going through security, and literally the TSA officer said, "Hey, bro, can I get a selfie with you?" And I've just landed in the United States, and I haven't been in the United States in 17 years. It was absolutely wild. 3 more hours for selfies in Chicago airport before I got on the plane to Dallas. Everywhere I went to Dallas. On the cruise ship that I took to go to Mexico.
Dude, you must be an icon to all brown people going through a TSA. Because like they treated you so well.
I mean, I don't know about being an icon.
Yeah.
I think that I have my own brand of humor.
And everybody
And my
that
own
likes it
brand of
gets it,
humor.
right?
Everybody gets it, bro.
Yeah.
Heroes, they have no friends. They only have followers and foes. Okay, a foe is an enemy. Normal human beings, 7.99999 billion people on this planet,
Yeah.
are cowards. And what do cowards do? They herd. They herd.
Yeah.
They herd together. Cowards herd, like cows herd. Cowards herd. They herd together, and the first thing they do is they cannot be a hero, so they hate. So let's not say those who get it. Let's be factual. Everybody gets my humor. It's just most people are cowards. I'm not looking for compliments, and I don't care about hate.
I think they hate
That's the
that you're
first
winning.
thing they do is they hate because they're cowards, and that's basically it. Even though they get the humor.
Do you feel that some miserable people, when they see somebody doing well, they instinctively feel negative about it,
I don't know if they're miserable. And honestly, Jamie, I'd love to answer your question.
but you don't give a fuck?
I don't think about this stuff. It's not on my radar. I think it's the first question I've ever declined to answer because
fine.
it doesn't figure into my mindset. That honest to God is the truth. I can't sit around and think about why people don't like me, how many people don't like me.
Talk to me more about your American trip and the convention that you did.
After a couple of days, I was just getting a ton of texts, DMs, with people saying, "Are you coming to California? Are you coming to New York? Are you coming to Boston? How long are you here for? Will you make it out to Houston? I'm in McKinney. How long will you be there for? Can I drive out and see you?" Part of my entourage there had an idea of let's set up a meet and greet for you. And they did this on a whim. They booked a venue, they booked an MC, they booked a DJ. And I wouldn't say it was an open house, no. They did very well to screen everyone who signed up to come in.
Right.
And so we had a small, trustworthy, respectable crowd. And my safety and that of my children and that of my reputation
Right.
was paramount. You know what I mean? We couldn't have silly people coming in through the door. So I got to meet fans en masse, in addition to fans approaching me every single day, wherever I was, in the mall, in a restaurant. And I got to answer their questions, take photos with them, do a little video for them as a gift, a little cameo for them as a gift. And I gave a talk. And then I just took over from there. I spoke for about 55 minutes. For me, at the end of it, I just felt so incredible. Felt like I won the World Cup or Wimbledon because I had no script, I had no prep, I had no direction, I had no heads up on anything. I just spoke to a room of people that I had never met in my life. And also, it was my first talk in a foreign country. And it was the first time that I spoke at that length where my children got to watch me. Now, I've spoken at length many times, but my children have always been at school or not invited. So it was very special that I had my 3 young children to see me there. Okay, Faisal, what do we got? You have the most delicious milky chicken kebab and lamb that you are going to die when it enters your mouth, okay? This baby is just dream melt in your mouth stuff. Just a modern take of kebabs. How yummy is this? It's just like my career. I did not reinvent the suit, nor did I invent the suit, nor is my suit a fusion between a historical suit and a Chinese suit, or a historical suit and an Indian suit. I give people what they want. I can help them make something a bit more progressive and contemporary. but still relevant and not out there. But most importantly, I bring people's vision to life. And I think this is what Gaylord does with their food. I mean, it's just Indian food of 2024.
Can you tell me how the relationship between you and Gaylord first started? Because you've been here since they opened.
Well,
Tell me more about that.
it was our go-to Indian restaurant, and it was so close by. They were so accommodating. They also had a tandoori oven, which was open, and you could look inside of it. They made rumali roti and everything else, and you could actually look in and see what they were doing. Very transparent, and that's what I liked. Everything was super fresh. Everything took a lot of time to come, all right? Because you order, and then they make it, and it takes time to make stuff. Fresh roti, fresh naan, fresh food. So that's what brought me to Gaylord, and what made me stay. And then, like I said, in the 1990s, we hosted Governor Chris Patton for dinner.
That's
and
so
they were
great.
very accommodating. We took the whole restaurant. We had a lot of guests, and they were just incredible to us. So I think our relationship was really forged that night, and we've never looked back.
Do you think that that's the experience most of your clients get every time?
I know that's the experience that all my clients get. I think I gravitate towards stuff that really appeals to me. I think I gravitate to things that mirror me.
So this is the perk of being friends with Roshan.
Of
You get to
eating
go
good
to-
food?
Yeah, absolutely. Making amazing videos.
I love food.
Oh,
Good stuff, right? Bro, my biggest expense is food. My biggest expense is food. Okay? I don't spend a dollar on alcohol. I don't drink.
I was gonna say, like, do you remember your first viral video?
I really don't.
What's the earliest one you remember, though?
Guys, somebody records from my shop. One of my staff will record a video.
Right.
If I'm out with my kids, maybe my oldest daughter will record the video. I never watch the video. I just put in whatever text I need to put, and then I hit post. I finish that before the video runs. I don't know what's coming. I never edit anything. I don't watch it back. I don't know. That kind of stuff doesn't bother me. I always say to myself that one day will be in my 60s, 70s, whatever. That's the day I'll go back and watch everything and reminisce. You keep saying that it's admirable that I get so much content out. It's because I don't edit it. I don't even watch it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I just put it out, and that's pretty much it. And I put out one great video a day, and I think all the videos are great. I think everything I say is great because it came from me. And if you actually listen to every video, right, the context is different.
Yeah.
I'm taking the piss based on what I watch on CNN. You know what I mean? It's it's a lot. It didn't start that way, but recently it's a lot of anti-woke stuff that comes out of my mouth.
And it's also whoever you're dealing with. Like if a certain client, maybe you'll make fun of them, or maybe they're good at taking the piss. And it's an enjoyable time with you guys.
I'll go all out moment on that.
Like, oh, do you just come from Utah?
Something like that.
Do you get
About
married
5
first year
wives.
of college? Yeah. Shout out the Mormons.
Shout out the moments. I love
Yeah,
the
shout out the
moments.
moments,
I think
yeah.
they're amazing. If the video entails a moment, right?
Yes.
Every word that comes out of my mouth is going to be about the moment and the suit. If the audience finds it funny or repulsive, then yes, they could find me repulsive. They could find the moment repulsive. I don't know. You know what I mean? If it's about a young Chinese boy, it's about a young Chinese boy. If he's tiny, he's tiny. You know what I'm saying?
We're in Hong Kong. There's plenty of those.
Yeah, right. If he's young half Chinese boy, young quarter Chinese boy, young half Filipino boy.
Greasy
You know what I
white
mean?
man as well.
You know, if he's greasy, if he's sweaty, if he's stinky, if he's fat, if he's white, if he's pasty. Look, I'm an Indian guy.
Yeah.
Please call me an Indian guy.
Indian
I
guy.
only want to be an Indian guy. It doesn't mean that I think lesser of any other race or color.
Right.
I really don't see in color.
Right.
Okay? I'm an Indian living in China. But I like tribalism. I don't understand why you can go to a stadium
Right.
and half of them can say USA, 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 and half of the people can cheer for Mexico.
Right.
And that's okay. But when you leave the stadium and you live your life normally, you can't be proud to be an Indian.
About
you
your
know what I mean?
culture, right? Yeah.
So I'm happy being Indian, man. We have Shah Rukh Khan. He's King Khan. You know what I'm saying?
It's sick.
Man, I love Cristiano Ronaldo. If I was Portuguese,
So
bro,
much
my
pride for
wallpaper
that.
would be Cristiano Ronaldo. Okay. So I don't want to be called anything other than Indian. And I find it funny in the West that it's bad to call people what they are, right?
Right.
So I like calling people what they are.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
absolutely.
If there's an Arab in front of me, I was like, look at this fucking Arab, man. He's fucking dripping in oil and cash and whatever, you know what I mean? Look at this gorgeous white girl. Oh, look at me, the brown man who is going to conquer this gorgeous white girl. You see, I grew up in the 80s, bro, right? So at that time, it wasn't us. It wasn't people of color, right? Everyone here is colored. There's no
Yeah.
white people here right now, right? And it wasn't us that created these rules and boundaries and
We don't give a
and
fuck.
stuff, right?
Yeah, I don't care.
So for me, when I was in KG5, I think the biggest thing for me was like for the Indian guy to nab a white girl, white as white. You know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much it. I only want to preserve my culture.
Absolutely.
I have so much love and belief. I have so much love for it and belief in it that I remember so many conversations I had with my dad when he'd see me with a specific girl, right?
Yeah.
Even if she was a brown girl, say she was Punjabi, right?
Right,
You know, he'd be like, I'm like, Papa, I'm going to marry Sindhi girl. Don't worry. I mean, just let me have a good time. Just leave me alone. You read? I got my head on screwed on right. Now, these are answers that he needed to hear.
Right.
I don't necessarily have the same belief system as him,
Yeah.
but I only ever wanted to marry an Indian woman, a Sindhi woman,
Yes.
and continue my lineage.
Right. You talked to me about this before. How important is it to let your children understand these values growing up? Because the world is pretty different than it was when you were growing up. Do you ever like watch what they're watching online? Because there's a lot of garbage there too.
You cannot control your children.
Okay.
It's very, very difficult. You can lecture them to them all you want. You have no guarantee that they're going to listen. What you can do is you can try to exert a little bit of control, okay? You can constantly lecture them, okay, and hope something sinks in. But you can also lead by example. You can do all three in tandem. I have explained to my children that I didn't write this saying, but marriage is about two families coming together.
Yeah, it's not just individuals.
And there's a reason for it, because it's true. Young couples need help to stay together, especially in this era, okay? Couples need help with their children. Couples need help with their finances. Couples need help with their problems, all right? The best form of help is family. The best form of family is the one that has the same belief system that you have. So you don't have to constantly be translating something to other cultures.
Because things are so complex.
So I saw that at a very young age, right? I said to myself that I did not want to spend the rest of my life having to explain my family, my way of doing things in my culture to my partner and my partner's family.
Right.
Okay? So I explained that to my children, and I was like, that's something that you have to consider. But you're lucky in the fact that whatever you choose to do, you have a guy like me and a father that will support you and try to adhere to what you want. However, the reasons that I made my choices, okay, was that I was only going to marry an Indian girl was because I didn't want to have the cumbersome, I didn't want to set myself up on a cumbersome path where I've got to explain rituals to people. And my religion and my culture is very ritualistic.
Right.
So for me, it was just a lot easier. Listen, I made a decision long ago. I'm going to marry any girl no matter what. And that's pretty much it. And luckily, I fell in love with one. And now I have 3 beautiful children.
I think that's awesome.
Yeah, it is awesome. Bro, I mean, I'm fucking living the dream.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Hey, next round.
Yeah, you're going to love this. Seriously.
I'm excited. Man, that looks
So
good.
let me tell you about the food, and then we can talk more. Butter chicken. So this is a classic butter chicken. This is so good, you will want to become vegetarian. So you can just eat this every day. You're going to just die. Another super classic, chicken tikka masala is the #1 dish in the United Kingdom.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
the
everyone knows chicken tikka Mickey.
national.
Just a sensational, another high-protein chicken melt-in-your-mouth dish. And their signature now, the truffle butter chicken. Their restaurant signature, the truffle butter chicken.
That's
Okay?
amazing.
Were you born in Hong Kong?
I was born here, yeah.
Okay. If I'm hosting somebody in Hong Kong, the overwhelming majority of the time is because they're visiting China, I'm going to take them for Chinese food, right? But you were born here,
Yes.
so there's no point me taking you for a Chinese meal. I'm an Indian. I want to take you to the best Indian food in town, which is here at Gaylord. Now, if I'm hosting someone for the second time,
Right.
say on consecutive days, like a very close friend, a foreigner, and then I bring them to Gaylord. Try this thing.
Absolutely.
It is insane. You've never tried anything like it in your life. Nobody can make it. Nobody can make it at home. Don't watch Goodness Gracious Me. And believe any auntie can make this at home.
You only get this at Gaylord, by the way.
Only get this at Gaylord.
I know this is going to be delicious.
Tell me how it's going to be. Is it not stupid good? Is it not melt in your mouth? I want to die right now. I've gone to heaven. Stupid good.
I'd be vegetarian just for that. That's so
what I
good.
said. One of my failures is trying to teach my kids to eat Indian food and getting them to love it. They're just not into it at all.
Really?
Which sucks. Yeah. They love Indian movies, Indian TV series. We watch a lot of stuff on Netflix at home. They like Indian music, but they just don't like Indian food.
Sorry, Roshan, this is really good. Come to Gaylord.
I've worked with so many celebrities over the course of my career.
Just this year, you had Tom Segura and Scotty Barnes.
100%.
Yeah.
And a lot of other people. Lots and lots of other people. I had Brian Habana, the greatest rugby player ever.
So we've talked about this before, and you definitely talk to a lot of people at the top of their craft all the time, but you never get starstruck. Tell Crumb by Crumb about that story.
I always get starstruck.
But you mentioned you don't allow it to affect your professionalism. I think that's what you said.
I don't think anybody should do that. So look, I get starstruck all the time. Now let me tell you a story. In the 1980s, I came back from school one day. I don't know if I was in Kowloon Junior or KG5. And my store was a football player called Dale Tempest. And he played for South China. And this predates the English Premiership. This predates Sky TV. You only have your 4 channels in Hong Kong. Cable TV doesn't exist in the world. So the only football you get is the World Cup every 4 years and the FA Cup semi-finals and the FA Cup final. Okay, live. And you get these package highlights reels of the English Football League and Serie A. As a Hong Konger, you would be proud of your local teams like South China and Lai San.
You're a part of it.
And Eastern. So Dale Tempest was a superstar striker in Hong Kong. And he was in my shop working with my dad, and I walked in and I was like, oh my goodness, Dale Tempest. And my dad yelled at me, told me off so badly. He said, control yourself. So I always get starstruck, but I keep it within. I met David Beckham this year. My daughter, Serena, was like starstruck. But I've introduced her to so many celebrities, so this softens it, right? It's not like the first celebrity she's ever met was David Beckham. Same thing with her mom. In the video that I posted, oh my goodness, she's like saying that, this is David Beckham. I was so starstruck when I met him. I was like, oh my, David, you are a blessing. I'm starstruck all the time. But at the same time, I'm paid to work. But more than being paid to work, I'm also so blessed that my suits cost about 5,000 bucks Hong Kong. The celebrities that I work with, okay, they make, at least 20 million US a season, all right, the athletes I work with. They choose me for a reason. They can drop coin on anything. They don't necessarily exclusively shop with me, and I'm fine with that. However, I am someone that is not a ready-made brand. I work with Alan Shearer all the time, and he's just uncomfortable going to stores or wearing Versace or Prada or whatever they said. He trusts me, he tells me, he asks me, what should I wear for the FA Cup final? I recommend to him. He likes the idea, he said, okay, make it, send it. My job is to bring people's vision to life, and that's why people retain me, to bring their vision to life. And sometimes people are not sure what their vision is, and my job is to get inside of them.
And bring that out.
Right. And that's what I do.
And that's why you don't let getting starstruck in the way. You still...
Because I'm too busy.
Yeah, you're giving them the perfect service.
I hope to renew my relationship with Imagine Dragons. Shortly, they're coming back to Hong Kong. Their last 2 trips here, I've been so blessed to be able to work with them. I think globally, everyone knows who Imagine Dragons is. I hope I make it a hat trick. But the first time Imagine Dragons came to Hong Kong, they had a particular vision, and their vision was Dumb and Dumber. So they had an orange suit and a sky blue suit in Dumb and Dumber, and they chose me to bring it to life. Those suits went viral. They went everywhere. When they came back to Hong Kong a few years later, their first stop was Sam's Tailor, and they made so much stuff. The craziest, I had never made crazy outfits like this ever. I made a lot of crazy stuff, but I made the craziest shit ever for this rock band. And they wore it to every concert, every red carpet, every performance, every interview, everything. There were so many outfits, and they were just insane. All of this can be seen on my social media. Okay, it's all real. And then during the pandemic, I worked with Imagine Dragons a number of times through live streaming and stuff. Again, it was crazy outfits and bringing crazy visions to life. And I guess, I'm lucky because there's nobody else out there doing it.
Yeah.
Or there's nobody else out there willing to listen. Or there's nobody else out there willing to be able to imagine what they're imagining. Right. There's no dragon out there like me being able to imagine what they're imagining and creating stuff, making it happen. When I have fans, I don't know what to call them, fans, I'm very cautious. And this is why I don't buy into hate. I'm not a fan of Lionel Messi. That's a ridiculous thing for me to say. Whether I met them or not, there would be no hate that ever emanated from me. Right. I would never say Messi's not the GOAT. I would never say Pele's not the GOAT, right? There would be no hate
they're great, for sure.
coming out of me at all. Right? I wouldn't be hating on anybody. There's no reason to. So I am cautious about when people engage with me and stuff, because I don't know what camp they're from. But what I've realized from all my adventures, both here in Hong Kong and globally, so Kuala Lumpur since pandemic, Kuala Lumpur, Tokyo, Osaka, Dubai, and Dallas, people are drawn to me. Yes. And that makes me feel great about myself. Everywhere I go, people want to take a selfie with me. I don't know if they've been hating the comments or whatever. It doesn't matter. What I know is that people, when they see me, they want to engage with me. Right. They want to shoot a photo with me. They want something from me. How do I deal with that? I don't know, because I think it's just such an incredible blessing. It's totally wild. Never would I imagine in my life that, wherever I went, anywhere and everywhere I went, that people would ask me for selfies and stuff. I'm nowhere near saying that I'm recognized like Tom Segura
Right.
or I have that sort of fame. But it feels great that every single day of my life, wherever I am, somebody will ask me for a selfie.
Yeah.
It feels amazing.
I mean, you've done so much. Like, can you imagine how many people got enjoyment just from you posting your actual work every day?
I don't think about
outside of
that.
the service.
I don't think about that.
I think it's pretty cool.
I don't know about the enjoyment and stuff.
Right.
I just believe that I have a certain brand of comedy, which I
Yes.
think is my own. And I think that, I believe that everybody laughs at it and appreciates it.
One of my favorite things about your content is that it feels like everyone's friends because they're all in on the joke.
Everyone is in on
Like,
the joke.
Everybody,
right?
Everyone that freaks out, that think that it's like no consent, they can't make the video if they didn't consent to it.
Bro, people beg me for videos. I'm like, you understand that you could get 1 million views. You understand that people are going to see this. You understand that I'm going to put it on 20 different platforms. You cannot ask me to take this down once we shoot the video.
Every person that's on a video with Roshan are friends with Roshan. It doesn't take a super intelligent person to get that.
My grandfather started the business in 1957.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you started working, I'm guessing this was your first job. Did you go straight to the
Okay.
business?
So from the ages of 11 to 16, every summer, Christmas, and Easter holiday, I'd work in the store.
Right.
At 16, I got a job filing and delivering stuff. 17, I interned for Merrill Lynch. 18, I took the summer off because I was going to NYU. 19, I took a job in Wan Chai, filing and delivering stuff. 20, I worked for a big headhunting firm called Russell Reynolds this summer. 21, I graduated from university. I moved back to Hong Kong. So I lived in New York for 3 years. I went to NYU. I moved back to Hong Kong. I joined a big British law firm called Herbert Smith. I worked there for 6 months. I then got recruited to move to London, where I worked for 13 months for 2 different startups, a personal concierge service, and an online auction site. And this is now my 25th year at Sam's Tailor.
Obviously, you must have started under your dad, right? How has it been having him as a role model at the workplace? Because not everyone gets that opportunity to work so closely with their parents, right?
If I were to be honest,
Yeah.
it's very tough for me to get into details about that because it would sound like my father is not a very nice person. That's how it would sound like. I don't know what's going on inside his head. I don't know why I can never make him happy. I don't know why he doesn't appreciate, acknowledge, enjoy all my accomplishments. Not any, but all. And there are many, and I think I accomplished something
You've accomplished so much.
small every single day, big every single week, and major every single month. But there is some great takeaways. Number one, what shaped me to become the individual I am is seeing my father's sheer hard work and ethic. And as hard as I work, and I work very, very hard, there's still certain things that I cannot do that he does. I cannot be as humble as him. I cannot bend the way he does. He's quite a remarkable man. My father has an MBE from Queen Elizabeth. He's knighted by the King of Belgium. He has a Medal of Honor from Chung Chi-Hwa. He was made a Justice of Peace by Donald Chung. And he got the Bronze Bohemia Star from Carrie Lam. It's quite a resume. He's worked with 4 American presidents, and the list goes on and on and on. I never tried to emulate my father, but I learned work ethic from him.
Right.
I learned the sheer work ethic. I don't think my father's ever taught me anything.
But he led by example in some ways.
But I think he had to do what he had to do.
Right.
Okay, so that's one thing. Second thing is I've never been wanting for anything. Bro, I'm paid.
Right.
Okay? All right? Now, you can be an 11-year-old left at home, or you can be an 11-year-old left at home that's paid.
Yeah.
All right? You have a choice. Which one do you take?
Be paid.
Who paid? My dad paid. My dad gave me everything. Doesn't matter if it was a big heart or not. He still gave it to me, right?
Yeah.
Maybe my daughters don't think I'm a great dad. I don't know. Maybe their mother doesn't think I'm a great dad. I don't know. Do I think that I'm a great dad? I can be better. Am I capable of being homogenous? I am incapable of being homogenous. Not that I don't want to. I'm incapable of being homogenous.
Right.
Okay? I think one of the things that I learned from my father is the things not to do as a father. That doesn't mean I don't do some of those things, but I think that the amount of love that I have for my kids emanates completely from the lack of affection that emanates from my father. That doesn't mean my dad doesn't love me. It's not that he's going to say it, and it's not that he's going to show it, but I'm still here with him. He makes sure I'm paid. I think a huge lesson for me from my dad was how to show affection to people. I didn't fall on the other side. I didn't get affection from him, hence I don't give affection on. I think I'm so affectionate with my kid, and that is born. I think everyone can see that.
Everyone can see that.
And that is born from the lack of affection that I got growing up. Now, this is not a boo-hoo-hoo story. Please, don't feel sorry for me. There is no point thinking about what could have been, you can't control that shit. It's a waste of fucking time,
Right.
right? Just got to focus on now, and you got to focus on moving forward. I don't know if one of my great fears was not being able to live up to my dad. I don't know. What I do know that I was always constantly compared to my father. And when you have old people coming, like they're 50-something, 60-something, 70-something,
Right.
and they have no grasp of social media or the internet
Yeah.
or even Netflix, right?
Right.
And they come back after 5 years, 10 years, okay? And they still see my father as my father, the hero. And they think that the business now is because he's my father, the hero,
Right.
right? And they don't know what I've added to it.
Right.
I don't feel bad.
Right.
I just actually am reminded what I've added to it.
Right.
I'm reminded of, what these people don't know and what my achievements are. But at the same time, I know that I couldn't have achieved what I did, and maybe I'm selling myself short, without this foundation. So I don't take the foundation for granted, and I don't take the credit either. Actually, I don't want the credit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really care. I don't need someone to tell me, Roshan, you did great.
Yeah.
I really don't need it.
You know what you did.
I know what I did.
Yeah.
I joined this business when Sam Steele was 43 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I then took it to 65 and now 67 years old. I need to take it to a place what I want, and I never knew what I want, but I finally know what I want. And I know that I want to take it to a place credible enough so that if my kids want it,
Yeah.
it is something as good as, when
Right.
I joined my father. If I can achieve that, then I will pat myself on the back.
Yeah. And do it in a way that's theirs as well.
Yes, 100%.
If you guys are ever in Hong Kong, not stopping by Gaylord or Sam's Taylor is a fucking crime, by the way.
Rian's on the up and coming now. He's making his presence known in this world. Do you see him taking over the business at some point?
Okay, so I would never force anything
Right.
upon any of the three of them. My job is to give them tools. My job is to give them courage. If there's one thing I can teach my kids, it's courage. I made it my responsibility a number of years ago to say, you know what, shit, I'm so goddamn brave. I'm brave to the extent that I'm stupid. And my bravery is not I'll jump out of a building and I'll do parkour. I think you guys know my bravery. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My mouth and my physicality can get me in a lot of trouble, okay? My job is to equip my kids with a skill set, a knowledge base, plenty of cash, and plenty of property in case they're fucking idiots. Okay, I can't control that. All right, seriously. I don't care if they go to college or not. I'm not a big believer in tertiary education. And these are not just random statements. I will tell you why. When I went to university, it was a big deal because not half the global population was going. Two, when I went to university, a bachelor's degree meant something.
It meant
Wow,
something.
you have a bachelor's degree. Now people have masters, PhDs, God knows what. Three, I don't want to ever exert any pressure on my kids. Okay?
Right.
You want to go to uni, you don't want to go to uni, I'm going to be there for you. As long as I'm alive, I'm going to be there for you. Okay? You want to work with me, you want to work outside, you want me to get you a job, I'll get you a job. You screw up with my friend, I'll smack you, whatever it is. We'll figure out. We'll get through it. But
Yeah.
I'll be there.
The support
I'll be
is
there, right?
Yeah.
And four, just do what you want to do. I believe that there's going to be a massive, I think there already is, but there's going to be a massive lack of vocational skills on the planet. Everybody
Absolutely.
wants to be a lawyer, a doctor, or now a physiotherapist. I don't know, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nobody wants to be a mechanic, a plumber. You know what I mean? We're going to have a lot of problems in this world. So I can't tell my kids what to do. I can't tell them what they should do.
Right.
Right? I can only be with them across, be by their side should they want me during their journey. I want them to enjoy their life. And part of enjoying your life is making up your own mind. I have very harsh philosophy. I am my own keeper. Okay? I'm always imposing harsh shit on myself.
Right.
It keeps me honest. It keeps me sharp. So, I believe you make your bed, you lie in it. I don't run away from anything. You know what I'm saying?
And you're
I
not
don't run away
planning to
from
make
anything.
their bed for them.
I don't want to make their bed for them.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I'm not going to force them to lie in whatever bed they make. And I mean that. You know what I mean?
I
In
think
fact, I'm going to help them escape.
You're giving them the access and the skill sets and tools that they need, but they make the decision.
I think that, a lot of shitty... I don't want to
Say
judge.
it. No, you can judge.
I don't want to judge. I don't want to
This
judge.
is a judgmental
myself.
podcast.
You can't, bring kids into this world and not help them pay for their mistakes. You can't say, shit, you made the mistake, now you go fucking pay for it. Bullshit. You gave
brought
birth
them
to
in.
them. You brought them in. Now you take responsibility.
Yeah,
right?
they
So they're my
didn't decide to be
responsibility
born.
and stuff. Yeah.
Right.
That's the least I can do.
And when you have those kids, you fully commit to the idea of taking care of them. Like, you can't not do that.
You know what I mean? I'm not cutting them loose anytime.
And they see how
I
hard you
told my
work.
kids all the time that if you have a problem,
Right,
just tell me the problem. Anybody you want me to fuck, I will fuck them.
right.
Your fucking teacher tells you something, I will fuck that bastard teacher.
Fucked.
Your fucking friend tells you something, we'll go fuck your friend. I'll teach you how to fuck your friend.
Yeah.
Don't ever fucking, ever feel sad or shy or scared or embarrassed. You got a fucking problem, I'm your father. I will fucking fuck the guy.
You're the hero for your kids.
I want to
That's
be
awesome.
the hero for my kids.
Right.
I have to be.
Yeah.
Otherwise, don't bring kids into this world.
Be
You know what
the
I mean?
hero for your fucking kids.
I don't want to. You don't want asshole parents. The principal calls you and tells your parents your kid's a dick, this, that, and this person told. You want your parents to fucking say to the principal, "You're the fucking asshole." Are you such a fucking asshole? We're paying you, right? You bastard. They're kids. Why the fuck you getting involved? How many kids are there historically and globally?
Right.
Kids don't fight. They don't tease. They don't fool around. You're really giving me a fucking call?
Yeah.
I'm that type of parent. Don't you want that type of parent? Yeah, kids want their parents to stand up for them.
So you know how in school teachers make it seem like if there's a conflict, it can be policed and both sides can be protected. Real life isn't like that.
Exactly.
You need to
100%.
stand up for
Yes,
yourself.
stand up for yourself. Sort it out yourself. You know what I mean?
But you know what? At the very least, with all these fucked up things going on, your kids will be fine.
I know they'll be fine.
Fuck the other kids.
Fuck the other kids.
Yeah, I actually agree with that. Fuck the. I don't give a fuck about
Fuck the
them.
other kids.
Can you imagine bringing kids into the world and being lackadaisical, like oh my kid got into a fight. What did you say?
Can you imagine my kids not loving the fact that they roll up in my fucking car with my driver when they
Yeah.
meet their friend? I mean, you know, some people find that churlish, find what I'm saying repugnant.
If you have the
But this is how I
opportunity-
measure my success. I measure my success on what I can do for my children, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know.
I measure my success in truly how much I did in sales
Yeah.
and what I can give to my kids.
Well, you know, like you have the ability to champion your children. You'd be an asshole not to do that.
I'm with you 100%. If you have the opportunity to champion your children, you
Right.
should utilize it. You should take it. I fully believe
Roshan,
in nepotism. Why would I not help my kids?
I kind of agree on that one too. You can say anything you want about Roshan, but this man loves and champions his children better than I've seen most people. I don't get it. Like, wouldn't you help someone that's closer to you? I don't get it.
I don't get it either, bro.
But also, if you think about it, it's kind of like when we were talking about marriage earlier. It's kind of an alliance and helping each other. It comes from the same spirit. We're all just helping people that we like.
All right, let's do rapid fire or
Okay.
whatever you want on TikTok.
I got questions from my Instagram. Just rapid fire answer them. So Farhan Khan says, cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Ash says, who do you think would win when it comes to eating, you or me?
100% me.
I agree. It's gonna be him. Daphne, so she's Chinese, I think mid-20s. Can you be her daddy?
No.
I'm sorry, Daphne. He can't do it. Who's your most memorable customer so far?
That I cannot answer rapid fire. But what I will tell you is to make it rapid fire, that I've done some incredible stuff with Tom Segura this year. And he's been
yes.
an absolute sweetheart. You know, if Imagine Dragons come and I work with them for the third time, you know, they may top that list. I mean, I'm not being fickle. I can only live in the moment.
Ass or tits?
Tits, bro. What the fuck? Jesus.
He's a tits man.
Somebody actually wanted. I mean, I'm just a man, bro. Go on.
Why do Indians do the head thing?
I'd like to believe nearly half the global population, and we're just working on a method to fucking mind fuck all of you. We're gonna one day be able to fucking knock
And
it
everybody's
together,
gonna do it.
everyone's gonna hypnotize.
Okay. Okay, last one. Where do you get your beard trimmed?
Chakwal at Chungking.
A lot of this is a really stupid online topic, but a lot of men claim that they can beat animals in a fight. What's
Yeah.
the biggest animal you think you'd survive
I'm
fighting?
not beating any animal, bro. They're dirty. They're disease. I'm running away like a
we can
cow.
pay someone to fuck the animal up, I guess.
Bro, I'm running away from animals.
Okay.
I deal with humans, and that's it.
What are 3 things that guys fuck up when it comes to getting their first suit? Other than not going to Sam's Tailor.
Listening to their girlfriend.
You hear that? Don't listen to your girlfriend.
Listening to keyboard warriors, armchair quarterbacks, Tuesday morning quarterbacks.
Don't go on Reddit.
Don't go on Reddit ever. Listening to their parents.
And what would you say, like, let's say first suit,
Black,
second suit,
blue.
third?
Unfortunately, gray, but you have to build a foundation. You don't have to love everything about a foundation, but for you to stand strong, you need a foundation.
Okay, let's talk accessories. Your suits are always perfect. Talk to me about your accessories.
I have beautiful watches. Even if I just had this one watch,
Right.
that's all I would need.
Where's it from?
This is from a company called Voila, Voila. So you get to choose the color of whatever this is called on the inside. You get to choose your strap from many, and you get to choose whether you want to ice the watch or not. I have a shitload of cufflinks. I don't remember where this is from. I just think it's beautiful. I don't go out and buy accessories right now. Gosh, I'll buy maybe a tie or 2 a year, or maybe even 0. This year, I was lucky enough to get 3 ties on my birthday. I had 1 Alexander McQueen. I had 1 Louis Vuitton. I had 1 Christian Dior. And they're beautiful, bro.
Right.
Okay? They're beautiful. I think I'm good for the year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I wear ties 6 days a week. Early on in my career, inherited my father's ties, and I added to those collection. I added to that collection myself. I've always been able to purchase great things for me. They've loved me. They've wanted me to look good. They've understood me. They've understood that even before the dawn of social media, I'm always in media. And they bought me great stuff. So ties are huge to me because I'm wearing them every day in addition to my suit. I think if you buy a beautiful tie, like a beautiful suit, when I get a new tie, I got a Gucci tie. Bro, I wore this tie every day. It was so good. I didn't give a shit. First week I wore it 6 days, second week I wore it 5 days, third week I wore it 5 days, fourth week, fifth week, sixth week I wore it 4 days. I ripped this tie to shreds. Tie was beautiful. It was a beautiful blue Gucci tie. It went with everything. I think that if I feel that I haven't received a tie as a gift and I get a great deal, I'll buy a beautiful tie. Other than that, I mean, I have so many ties that I've collected over years. I don't mind jumping back into the past from time to time. I think if you are going to be able to dress people, then you have to be able to dress yourself very swiftly and very confidently. In everything that I do, except in bed, I am just a confident person. But I am far from swift. And that's not about how long I take to come. It's about everything. You know what I mean? When I go to bed, I want to, it should be like a Shah Rukh Khan movie. You know what I mean? This shit is going on
Romance.
forever.
Absolutely. So you tell me about your pins and then your earrings after that.
Today, I'm wearing a Paul Smith given to me on my birthday, Jan 2020. I've probably worn this pin the most out of any other pin. I got it on my birthday, Jan 2020. My birthday means a lot. I have a lot of pins that I've not spent big money on. I've been in department stores when I've traveled. This is pre-pandemic and stuff. And I've seen interesting pins. It's very hard to find a pin. It's very easy to find on Amazon, but you don't know what it feels like. I need something with weight. I need a watch with weight. I need a pin with weight. I need earrings with weight. I need weight. If I see pins and they look good and they're sparkly, you know what I mean? And they sparkle. I like shit. I like bling, right? I need sparkle. And it has weight, then I will buy it. But if it's a stupid price, then I'm not going to buy it, right? It's no need, right? You know what I mean? And stuff. I think this is the only pin that I've been gifted. I have a ton of cufflinks. Gosh, I think I bought 1 or 2 Ferragamos and 1 or 2 others in the year 2000 when I started wearing cufflinks. And ever since then, I've just been gifted cufflinks. Accessories, my earrings, I wear them daily. Only when I go to government meeting, I don't wear them.
Right.
These pins are from clients. Clients gift me these. They're usually in the jewelry business. And I wear them out of respect for my client.
What would you like people to, after watching this entire podcast, what's something that they should bring home to think about a little bit more?
Go and see what your roots are and see what are you going to do to ensure that your roots are relevant in the future, okay? You have a great country, the Philippines.
Yes.
And Filipinos are very proud, as are the Indonesians, as 100%. Are the Koreans, as are the Japanese, okay?
100%.
What are the youth of these countries doing to ensure that their heritage, their roots, live long beyond them?
Right.
If you are not doing something for your roots, for your culture, for your heritage, then you are doing yourself, your family, your country, your religion, your everything a disservice. You may not care anymore, but you were born from care and you have to give back. Right. It is not fair that you took from your upbringing.
And you never gave back.
And you don't give back. It is not fucking fair that you take from your upbringing. You grew up in a great Indian home, a great Pakistani home, some sort of Muslim home, Filipino home, Indonesian home, blah, 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 Christian home, Catholic home. Just because you're suddenly agnostic, atheist, don't give a fuck, fucked up fucker, that you don't give back. You got to give something back. Okay? You don't have to believe in order to give.
If you guys caught Crumb by Crumb on a short, come check out our full podcast in the link below.